Good evening and welcome to the annual meeting of Redstone Federal Credit Union. We would like to introduce you to the executive staff, your volunteer board of directors, and committee members of Redstone Federal Credit Union that successfully led your financial cooperative through the past year. Members of the executive staff are Mr. Joseph H. Newberry, Ms. Terry Bentley, Mr. Wayne Sisko, Ms. Jan Bias, Mr. Mike Rogers, Mr. Sam Sohi, Ms. Yvette M. Banks, Ms. Erica Gorman, Mr. Kevin Hall, Ms. Lisa Whitt, Ms. Wendy Edmonds, Mr. Keith Green, Mr. Joel Gusky, Mr. Jonathan Kirby, Ms. Diana McCafferty, Mr. Mike Panesi, Ms. Tara Perez, Mr. Mitch Peters, Mr. Raj Prasad, Mr. Stephen Simpson. The members of your volunteer board of directors at Redstone Federal Credit Union are Mr. Dave Hargrove, Ms. Dawn Stanley, Mr. Richard L. Morris, Mr. Steve Fisher, Mr. William Andrews, Ms. Charlene Brueggemann, Mr. Rick Hempstead, Ms. Kathleen Leonard, Mr. Willie Love. In addition, we have volunteer committee members who graciously give of their time to serve at Redstone Federal Credit Union. Your committee members are Ms. Linda Bryant, Ms. Sue Clark, Mr. Rick Korn, Mr. Paul Finley, Mr. Jeff Gronberg, Mr. Samir Kakar, Mr. Craig Naudane, Ms. Georgia Valerie. Thank you to all of our executive staff, board of directors, and committee members for your leadership, wisdom, and knowledge. Please join us as the national anthem is presented. Welcome to tonight's event, the annual meeting of Redstone Federal Credit Union. Please note that this meeting is being recorded. Members attending virtually are in watch and listen only mode and can participate using the raise hand tool to make and second motions and the polling feature for voting. Now to preside over our annual meeting, please welcome the chair of the board of directors of Redstone Federal Credit Union, Mr. Dave Hargrove.
Good evening. On behalf of your volunteer board of directors, welcome to the 2025 annual membership meeting of Redstone Federal Credit Union. Now I hereby call the meeting to order. Article 4, Section 5 of the bylaws specifies that 15 members shall constitute a quorum at an annual meeting, and I declare a quorum present, and I appoint Mr. Tim Cummins as parliamentarian for this annual meeting. He'll be overseeing our rules of order and procedures for this evening. Copies of the minutes of the 2024 annual meeting, as well as our annual report, were sent via email to registered attendees prior to tonight's meeting. And our board secretary, Mr. Richard Morris, is prepared to present the minutes from last year's meeting, unless there's a motion to accept the minutes as written. So do I hear a motion and second to approve the minutes as well as all the reports in the 2024 annual report?
I approve the minutes
All right, we have a motion. Have a second. For members attending virtually, a poll will be sent out on the motion. You'll see that on your screen. Please select yes or no and then submit. And while our virtual audience votes, for members attending in person, if you're in favor of the motion, say aye. And those opposed? We have a majority of attendees who have responded. The motion is carried. Thank you very much. And I'll now yield the floor to the secretary, Mr. Richard Morris. He'll be conducting the election of the board of directors. Richard?
Last July, the Board of Directors appointed a nominating committee to nominate 3 candidates for the 2025 vacancies. The nominees chosen by the nominating committee are Mr. Dave Hargrove, Ms. Dawn Stanley, Mr. Steve Fisher. In compliance with our bylaw requirements, the nominating committee filed its report and a notice was posted to the website in October that explained the procedures for nominating by petition as well as other pertinent information. There were no nominations submitted by petition. Since there were no nominees by petition, I hereby declare that the aforementioned nominees are elected by acclamation for 3-year terms. Congratulations to these 3 fine volunteers. I'll now return the floor to Mr. Hargrove.
All right, thank you, Richard. As chair of the board of directors, it's my pleasure to welcome you again to the Redstone Federal Credit Union annual meeting. And on behalf of your volunteer board, thank you for your membership and the trust you place in us. Our board and committee members uphold the fiduciary and regulatory responsibilities of our credit union, working closely with the executive team to ensure that we provide top-tier products and services that benefit our members. And we're proud to share that Redstone has been recognized as one of America's top regional banks and credit unions for 2024 by Newsweek. And that honor reflects our commitment to excellence and our cooperative spirit, which thrives when members fully engage with the many benefits of Redstone membership. The more you utilize these resources, the stronger our cooperative becomes. The credit union philosophy is people helping people, and it is at the heart of everything we do. By banking with Redstone, you're not just managing your finances, you're part of a financial institution that reinvests in its members and communities. And now it's my privilege to introduce our president and CEO, Joe Newberry. He'll share how we continue to help our members, their families, and our communities achieve their financial dreams. Joe?
Well, thank you, Dave, and thank you all for attending tonight's annual meeting of your financial cooperative, Redstone Federal Credit Union. And thank you for continuing to put your trust in us. Responding to our members' needs is what sets Redstone apart from for-profit financial providers. Success at Redstone is defined by helping members in our communities become stronger, especially when facing economic challenges. We know that a financial institution can no longer just be a place where people come to deposit or borrow money. We have to offer them solutions to everyday financial needs. Let's take a few moments to watch this short video highlighting members and communities that have found success with Redstone.
As we look back on this past year, we celebrate our successes. At Redstone, success is when we can help our members facing economic challenges and see them come out stronger. Or it's when we help you build for a solid financial future for your family. Responding to our members' needs is what sets Redstone apart from for-profit financial providers. And serving members of modest means is a primary reason Redstone was formed nearly 75 years ago and remains essential to who we are. A financial institution can no longer just be a place where people come to deposit or borrow money. It must be a place that finds solutions to problems affecting its members.
They say owning a home is the American dream, right? Well, Redstone has helped thousands of people turn that dream into a reality. The path is not always simple though, but Redstone is there to help homeowners over those bumps. Let's hear from Denise Mose.
I am Dr. Denise Yvette Mose, and I'm from here, from Huntsville. But I've traveled a lot, and I'm a writer, professional writer, and I cover a lot of high-end red carpets like the Oscars and the Kentucky Derby and the Olympics. So I did all these cool things in the world, but I had no credit whatsoever, or not enough to get a house. When I bought my house, I knew that I wanted to have at least one room that would showcase glam. And so Rakeem Fuller said, we're gonna do some unique things to get you a house. Rakeem is a loan officer at Redstone. And so he said, let's take what you've done and what you're paying every month, and let's start to build that for your credit. We texted a lot, called a lot, emailed a lot. And so we did all that. He pulled the numbers and he said, Denise, you got it. We got your house, we got you approved. So Rakeem has been wonderful. You know, it means a lot to have somebody believe in you, someone saying that we're gonna try this, we're not giving up, we can do this. He really believed in me. He's just my angel. Rakeem Fuller just made this happen for me. He really did.
As much as Redstone does for our individual members, we also support hundreds of community organizations and nonprofits each year. These organizations help meet the needs of residents in the areas of healthcare, education, food insecurity, culture, family, and childcare. Thriving communities create jobs, promote economic growth, and improve the quality of life in our communities. From the Lincoln County Fair and Panoply of the Arts to Huntsville's Jazz in the Park, Redstone helps to make these popular events possible. In 2024, Redstone donated $1.4 million in community sponsorships and advertising. Part of that goes towards simply helping make the world a more beautiful place. A great example of that is the Hartselle Beautification Association.
I'm Carolyn Wallace, Hartselle Beautification Association's Executive Director. Hartselle Beautification takes care of the whole city of Hartselle along with working with other communities. Partnership with Redstone Federal Credit Union is a sustainable, enhancing way that has helped us to continue to construct new structures for our park, and we all work together. One of the big things that we did this year that was very exciting for everyone involved and our city was to construct an 18-foot Christmas tree here in this park in the middle for everyone to enjoy. People came from everywhere to see our big Christmas tree. 18 foot with a 4-foot star. We had a program with our students where they come and sing Christmas songs, and then we had our mayor to read about what a Christmas tree means. It was just really a fun thing. Redstone, everybody was invited. So we have been blessed by having Redstone be a membership partner of ours. They are just a perfect enhancement to our community.
Redstone's all about helping people today, but we keep an eye on the members of tomorrow too, the next generation. Let's check in with the Athens branch of the Boys and Girls Club of North Alabama and their brand new teen center. Thanks in part to Redstone.
Today is a very exciting day for us here at Boys and Girls Club. For us as nonprofits, we have to have champions. And let me tell you something, Redstone Federal Credit Union is a champion. They stepped up when we first launched our campaign, so we'll be able to serve about 150 additional teens a year. Everything from diplomas to degrees, STEM, everything teen related. The most important thing is the relationships that are created in these buildings each and every day.
If you invest in people, people invest right back in you. So we have to have groups like Redstone that's really going to invest in the community.
Can you feel the excitement around this 100 people here? Thank you for the vision, the passion, for the Boys and Girls Club, what you mean to this community for teens. Man, this is going to be so great.
On behalf of Redstone Federal, we have a guiding principle to be the catalyst for positive change in the communities that we serve. And I don't know of a better example than the Boys and Girls Club.
What Boys and Girls Clubs do each and every day is save kids' lives. And so I'll tell you this, we wouldn't be here today without Redstone Federal Credit Union.
It's a great example, showing that people helping people is the heart of the credit union philosophy. We're so proud of our employees and how they give their time and money to support the communities they live in. From our corporate initiative to support the United Way, to the employee team called Charity Finders. We're helping groups like Shower Up, The Well House, Isaiah 117 House, Journeys in Community Living, and more. Even serving meals to first responders in Madison and Rutherford counties. Our employee volunteers have logged over 3,500 hours to assist communities in need and making a difference in the lives of our members, our communities, and our employees. Our story is unique, just like the members we serve. At Redstone, we work hard to make sure we can all live brighter.
Now, doesn't that make you feel good? I never get tired of hearing success stories, and I know there's so many out there. I'm proud that Redstone is helping our communities become stronger and better. That's one of our guiding principles. In fact, we're always looking for ways to add value to your membership. This year, our members received nearly $34 million in cashback rebates, promotions, and fee savings simply by utilizing their cooperative. And I think we can all agree that the average deposit rate in 2024 were lower than most members wanted. So we introduced a high yield certificate. Compared to regular savings rate or having to commit to a long-term certificate, members were able to earn 5.5% on an 8-month CD. That provided the opportunity to earn higher returns without the risk of tying up money long-term. And let's not forget about our higher rate Brighter Day savings account we introduced a few years ago. As we saw in the video, making an impact doesn't always apply just to rates or rebates. It can come in other forms. In October, we introduced Zogo, a fun financial education app found in online banking. Personal finances don't have to be boring. Zogo offers bite-sized learning modules that allow you to earn points, which can add up and pay off with real rewards. In the few months that Zogo has been available, our members have already spent 1,500 hours learning and completing nearly 65,000 activities. Another way Redstone is making an impact is with our Credit Builder loan. Introduced in November, this loan helps people build credit when they make online payments. This is an option for those members looking to build, rebuild, or improve their credit history. In 2017, Redstone started its schools program by opening branches in the local high schools and colleges. These branches allow students to learn about finances as well as get real-world training and work experience at their school branch. This past fall, we celebrated opening our 12th branch located in Siegel High School in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. This is our second student-run branch in Tennessee, and we're so excited about the impact that we have on the community there. And finally, for the third year in a row, we are recognizing members in our community who go above and beyond to positively impact others' lives. Redstone Community Champion Program has recognized 10 members in their efforts, awarding them over $37,000. And that number is growing, and the Community Champion Program is now accepting nominations for 2025. If you know an unsung hero who deserves to be recognized, submit their story on our website. Redstone Federal Credit Union wouldn't exist without its amazing members. And I'm proud to say we have, again, been designated as Best of our Credit Union. And after maintaining safe and soundness physical operations for over 28 years, in addition to our net worth level remains well above the National Credit Union Administration's definition of well capitalized. And while Redstone maintains its consistent 93% rating and overall member satisfaction, it's always nice to receive recognition for those inside and outside the industry. For the third year in a row, Redstone has earned a Best Place of Working Parents designation. And we were also awarded the Credit Union of the Year by the League of the Southeastern Credit Unions and Affiliates. The Credit Union of the Year award recognizes credit unions for their outstanding achievements in various areas of day-to-day operations, financial prowess, and community outreach. And finally, former board member Charlie Miller, a tireless advocate for veterans, soldiers, and credit unions, was selected the prestigious Defense Credit Union Council Hall of Honor. He was recognized for his impressive history of service and dedication to the military, to the veterans community, and to DCUC. Looking at 2025 and beyond, there are many exciting things in store. You might have already heard about our new Hazel Green branch, which opened last month. A few years ago, we built an interactive teller machine drive-through station to serve our members in that area. It soon became very apparent that a branch needed to be built to meet the members' needs. And to meet the growth that's happening in Rutherford County, Tennessee, we're opening a new branch in the town of Smyrna, just north of our location in Murfreesboro. For years, we have had requests to open a location in Ardmore, Tennessee area. And I'm happy to announce we'll be building an interactive teller machine drive-through station in Ardmore, Tennessee. We anticipate it being ready for use closer to the end of this year. And finally, Redstone will be opening our first high school branch in Huntsville City School System. And it will be Jemerson High School will be our 13th branch in a school. To give you a sneak peek of what's planned for 2026, we'll be expanding our footprint in the new location in Cullman, Alabama, and Shelbyville, Tennessee. Plus, we'll be adding locations in Huntsville on Zert Road and in Murfreesboro on Memorial Boulevard. And before I turn the program over to the chair, I want to recognize Wayne Cisco, our Senior Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. After 38 years with Redstone, Wayne will be retiring next month. Wayne, would you please stand? Thank you, Wayne. Wayne has been responsible for overseeing Redstone's financial soundness by providing directions to many other areas, including legal, compliance, security, lending, and Alabama branch operations. During his tenure, Redstone's assets have grown from $400 million to almost $8 billion. He is also credited with initiating an employee-driven community outreach initiative to support nonprofits in the community. Filling the role of the CFO is Sam Sohi. He joined us in October from Keesler Federal Credit Union in Biloxi, Mississippi, and brings with him years of experience at credit unions and the financial industry. Sam, would you please stand? Please join me in a round of applause for congratulating Wayne and Sam. Sam. Don't have to give any speeches right now. And now I'd like to return the floor back over to Mr. Hargrove to conclude tonight's meeting. Dave?
Thank you, Joe. Wayne, thank you as well. Sam, welcome. Thank you, everyone, for your attendance tonight. As we end the meeting, watch your email for a survey about your experience at this year's annual meeting. We look forward to and appreciate that feedback. Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Chairman, I move to adjourn the meeting. We have a motion. How about a second? We have a second. For members attending virtually, a poll will be sent out on this one as well. You'll see that on your screen. Please select yes or no and then submit. While the virtual audience votes, for members attending in person, if you're in favor of that motion, say aye. Aye. And all those opposed. Majority of the attendees have responded. The motion is carried. Again, we thank you for your membership in Redstone. We appreciate your participation tonight. This meeting's now adjourned. Have a good evening.